What is going on, guys? It's Sebastian here from Noble Frugal Studio, and today, which is our third day of celebration of the anniversary of Opentoonz, I'm going to show you guys all, well, not all, I still have plenty more, but some of the animations I've made over the past year using Opentoonz. Some of them are very, very old, so discussion, I have improved a lot, and I'm very thankful that I've taken the time to use Opentoonz and to develop my skills. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys 9 short animations, of course varying in lengths. I never really finished any of them. They're just all really sketches and everything. My 9 favorites that I picked out, and here we go. So my first one here is literally called Purple Head Turns, because I drew this purple cat character, and the whole animation is literally just his head turning. That's it. That's the whole thing. So I wanted to practice with coloring and shading, and as some of you can see, there's a little highlight on the eyes here. I wanted to practice the sort of anime-like style, which would have sort of 3 levels of shading. So I tried that on a basic character. So that's it for this one. That's all it pretty much is. So, and now this next one's actually called Hyperspace Confrontation, because I had an idea for a series about space robots and stuff like that, like old and 80s anime. I was really into that at the time, so I really was practicing anticipation and what else? Anticipation and sort of fluidity in movement. So you guys can sort of see that in the pointing there. I was practicing like the drawback, the fallback action after he points to make the point look quicker and everything. And there's actually no frame in between the fingers pointing, so I want to make sure I get that sort of feeling, that gesture that it is quick because of the movement rather than the actual frames present. So that's actually one I'm pretty proud of. Now I will tell you guys, this is actually the biggest project that I've ever worked on. It's the only project that I actually drew backgrounds for in a separate software. So it might take a little while to load in the preview bar. Yeah, so it might take. It's pretty long. It's actually inspired off of the game Spiral Knights. I did mention this in my last video, I believe. I was making an animation. This is the animation that's inspired off of Spiral Knights. It's actually my largest scale animation, you can say. I did a bunch of like drawings in a certain style, like with all the lines on the trees, and I did a ton of backgrounds for it. But I never actually finished it, so I might end up doing that later on. Not necessarily now because I'm working on Castle Dark, but I actually am interested in the fact that I've gotten so far with this. All the finished backgrounds at least were drawn in GIMP, so I kind of learned to use that. But I figure I'm probably going to use Opentoonz because I'm just more fluid with the software anyway. So it's finished. Look, come on, finish up. There we go. All right, let's see. Now this one actually did have sound before. It did have sound. I'm not really sure if it's working now. I'm actually really proud of some of the poses I did here, especially that one. It took a long time. It's really it really is my best animation. Plus this part I'm pretty proud of too. The battling scene was pretty nice. I really should continue these animations I was doing. It's I really do like a lot of them, except for I just don't continue them. Oh, the sound was there's a glitch with Opentoonz now with my computer, whereas I can only put sounds in my downloads folder, and I guess I didn't save them. So that's that. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite animations that I have. So, and there are some more to come. So, next one. Now this one's actually on a really small scale. However, I did like it. I just wanted to show it off, I guess. Hold on, I need to restart Opentoonz. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Yeah, so this one's called Newcomer. Actually, this is one of my favorite animations due to the background I actually forged off of it. It's very I used some of the assets I knew to Opentoonz to make this sort of tech screening behind where this guy's introducing this new girl to school, and I used my sort of fallback technique here, which I was really proud of back in those days. I really do like the look of fallback because it really brings life to and just a fluidity, a bounciness to the animation that I really like. So this is also one of my favorites in the back in the old books of early Noble Frugal. So let's go to the next one. I seem to tend to forget that this is a favorites list because these things are all my favorite, and I realize this one's probably one of the ones up there. One of the ones I first worked on when I was really early with Opentoonz, trying to do sort of it's in a sort of style that I mustered off from Howard Wimshurst when I watched his videos. This is the style I drew him, which is not so similar, but it's kind of similar to his. His lines are a lot more, you know, fluid and more energetic than mine were. So this is my attempt at changing the perspective in a fight. So I wanted to get that 3D rotation, and you'll see that in another one I try to present. So I wanted to change the perspective before the animation kept going to give a really nice rotating effect. So that's it for that one. So next one. Now this animation is called Reach Out. It's really short. I wanted to test my, again, fallback, and so I drew this kind of guy just sitting there or standing there in his jeans, and he just reaches out like that. And I wanted to get a really foreshortened anime style of movement here. And well, you notice that a lot of my drawings are inspired off of anime because I used to watch it a lot, and really that's where my animation the way I think my animation should look comes from, you know. And it doesn't only come from anime, it's more from cartoons in general, but that was a main inspiration, definitely. So next one. Now this one is probably one of my favorites. So this one's called Taekwon Doom, and it's I don't know if I can play it in this video, but it's the sounds aren't even working anyway. It's a fight scene that I was making to this the song Con Carne by MF Doom. So I called it Taekwon Doom because I was using a sort of like a martial arts like fighting style in this, so you guys will just see it. I wish the sound worked, but I probably wouldn't be able to play the song anyway without getting in some trouble. So here we go. So that this animation's probably one of my favorite ones. I like this guy just walks past and she gets angry because he bumped her shoulder. She runs after him, kicks him right in the neck, and then grabs him, punches him in the face. That's probably one of my. I was trying to choreograph a fight scene, but it sort of turned into a beatdown, I guess. And yeah, that's one of my favorite animations, just because I was trying to make the street where is it? This part. In this part, like sort of. Change your perspective too. I'm really trying to work with that. So, and that's one of my favorite animations so far. So let's go on to the next one. Actually, the next one is the last one. So let's go on to the last one. Now this last one isn't actually the best, but I feel I wanted to show it a lot with this whole perspective change conversation going on. So this one's called Senshi no Taiyo, which is in Japanese is warrior son. It has many translations, the word Senshi. So I wanted to have a cool this is also inspired off of anime, having it translates to warrior son, thinking maybe the character would blow a giant fireball or something like that. So I wanted to have a a cool, you know, a signature attack or something like that. So I'll just show you guys the animation first, and then we'll talk about it after. So that's just him saying Senshi no Taiyo. So I wanted to have sort of that him say it and then like a fireball come out, but I never really finished this animation. So I really wanted the I actually didn't realize that I wasn't too fluent in, for those of you who are learning Japanese, I wasn't too aware of the use of kanji. So when I actually translated it, I was confused. I'm like, what does this mean? I thought senshi meant warrior when it really came out to another meaning. I can't remember right now, but yeah, so for those of you who are learning Japanese, as I am, you probably understand that. The rest of you probably will be confused. But good thing that wraps up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this Opentoonz anniversary week, where I'll be posting every single day. And I am working on a project today about my story in Opentoonz. So I hope you guys look forward to that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.